Jake, it's that time. It's that time. Time for some New Orleans Saints car talk. As the further and further that we get from this Derek Carr deal, the more the quarterback market continues to take shape. I feel like this will be a good deal. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Derek Carr is on the downswing. Maybe it wasn't Josh McDaniels' fault. And maybe this all blows up in my face. And that's all definitely in the cards. But you know, I'm feeling pretty good about it. Does this do anything for you, Jake? And I want to be clear, do not misconstrue what I'm about to say. I am not saying that the Saints and Rams situation is similar when Matt Stafford left and went to the Rams from the Lions, right? I'm not saying that because it's not. The Rams had the best wide receiver in the league, the best player in the league in Aaron Donald. Oh, and they paired him up with like Von Miller on the edge. Like the Rams were a much better roster when Stafford made the move than these Saints were. What is interesting to me is if you look at a per 17 game basis, it's a little nugget that was in New Orleans Football article here. If you look at a per 17 game basis, Jake, Stafford's time with the Lions and Derek Carr's time with the Raiders, identical. I mean, quite literally identical. Matt Stafford and his time with the Lions, per 17 games, completed 62% of his passes, 89.9 quarterback rating, averaging 4,600 yards, 29 touchdowns, 15 picks. Derek Carr, 64% of his passes, 91.8 quarterback rating, 4,200 yards, 26 touchdowns, 12 interceptions. So, you know, all I'm saying is we saw with Stafford a massive leap forward. I don't expect that leap forward. I certainly don't expect the team success that LA and the Rams had, but you know, maybe you get that step forward from Derek Carr as well.
I just can't wait to see how it goes. And I hope Derek Carr sets the NFL record for touchdowns and yards. I hope he does.
He's going to break is it Manning or Mahomes now?
I hope he does it. I hope he does it, and I hope that I'm sitting here being like, God, I am a big dummy. Look at what this has done. I truly, you know I feel like that.
Yeah.
But
are big dummies.
We don't know until we get there. Mm-hmm. Okay, and now we're in that point where we're trying to find stats like, why do I give a damn what him and Matthew Stafford's comps are? That's not the same
we have like
team.
6 months till the season starts.
That's what I'm saying.
And
I'm not hating on you to bring it up
because figure out things.
But that's what we do. We're going to have this conversation 1,000 more times.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But also, like if we're getting into that conversation, Saints quarterbacks last year completed 66% of their passes. Derek Carr 60.8.
Yeah.
Yards. 39.69 for the Saints quarterbacks last year.
Yes.
3,500 for Carr.
Yes.
24 touchdowns, 14 interceptions for both.
So it's funny.
The same exact one.
It's funny.
So let's have that conversation then. More yards, better completion percentage.
Hell yes. So
for the other quarterbacks that played last year.
You think this works against me when you sent that the other day, or Mario sent that? Somebody sent it. You sent it. It got me more excited than any other piece of information that's been put in front of me. Because I know for a fact that Derek Carr is a better quarterback than the guys you had last year. And so if they put those numbers up in that Carmichael system, well, then I think Derek Carr is going to juice those numbers up even further.
You know for a fact.
Yes. If Andy Dalton and Jameis, yes, I know for a fact that that Derek Carr is better than Andy Dalton and Jameis Winston. I feel completely comfortable saying that. And so if they put those numbers up, and check out this other thing I noticed. I don't know how I did it before. Pete, what's his last name?
Carmichael?
Say it again. Say the beginning. Carmichael. I mean, match made in heaven, dude. It was there from the beginning. It was right in front of our face. Pete Carr, Michael, David Carr.
Derek
it's all going to work
Carr.
out.
David's his brother.
D Carr. Okay, same thing. Same thing. He's better than his brother too.
I mean,
I know for a fact he's better than his brother.
His brother didn't really have a chance to drop back. By the time he hit that third foot, he was getting hit.
Tony Baselli never played for the Texans. Come on, Tony. But no, I actually, it is funny. That is my spin zone on those numbers that you sent the other day, is that Derek Carr, that makes me even more confident that Derek Carr and Pete Carmichael are going to work out together. Remember when we were wondering what restaurant you bring Carr out to try to close the deal? I think we said maybe like Commander, some other places. Do you know where they ended up going? Solid spot. Anybody want to take any guesses? Danny, New Orleans boy? Where would you take a quarterback free agent?
Cajun Cannon's restaurant.
Yeah, I mean, you should have if you really want to land a free agent. If you take Odell Beckham to to the cannon. It's a guarantee he's going to sign with you. They would know. They used to work there.
I know.
Back in the day. Where do you think you took
Dark
him?
times. I chose Desi Vegas as my spot,
Okay.
but
Okay, not bad.
I know he didn't go there. I forgot where he went.
Ralph's in the park.
That I knew something.
Solid dude, right by City Park, right? It's a great location. Not too fancy. Like kind of like a little in between, and seems like they loved it, man. Part of the reason why they closed the deal. Probably not the biggest reason. The biggest reason was meeting with Allen and Carmichael, and apparently he shares an agent with Ian Book, and he talked to Drew Brees, and so everybody was all in on selling Derek Carr on bringing his talents down to New
That's
Orleans.
the one thing that does give me hope that it's going to work out is because of how they pursued him.
Yeah.
I mean, no question about it. They knew who they wanted. They were open to trading for Derek Carr. They were going to give up an asset for Derek Carr. So that does get you excited in the fact that they think that can be the quarterback in their system that can unlock their offense.
Yeah.
So that can get you excited about it. But also, like if we're going to bring up numbers like that, we got to bring up numbers like I just did.
Yeah,
So
I love those numbers. I mean,
I think it's disrespectful to the three quarterbacks that did it, though.
I don't. I feel comfortable saying Derek Carr is better than Andy Dalton.
But we could have the argument Andy Dalton had the 9th best quarterback rating, and Derek Carr was 24th. So numbers are numbers. Like we could trade jabs all day long. We're not going to know if it's going to work out. We can both have our opinion if it's going to
Andy
or
Dalton
not.
on an offense that scored 18 points a game.
Okay,
No game winning
What
drives.
was Vegas?
No game winning drives. I'm actually looking it up right now.
A lot of things need to be better regardless. O-line needs to be better. Running game needs to be more efficient.
Yeah, but where's it all start?
True, but still. You had the analogy we made on Handy's show is market value for a house, right? Same thing. People are upset with the price tag. You got to find somewhere to live.
Yeah,
though.
we moved past that.
Yeah, everybody needs to get over the price tag. Now
Yeah.
it's about whether you think Derek Carr is going to be good or not.
Right,
Like,
yes.
it's actually a good deal according to the market. Like
Yes.
that is objective fact.
I'm not mad
You
at
can't
the
really
deal.
argue about that. That is, it's just whether or not you actually think Derek Carr is going to be any good or not.
They have to help him out. Whoever it is, they had to help him out in the running game. The running game for the Saints last year was awful.
So
Not bad, not okay. It was awful. Like it was something where you did not get big plays. You couldn't count on it at all.
Yeah.
And you're going to be probably without Alvin Kamara. You got to figure that out because it doesn't really matter outside of about 3 guys in the NFL who the quarterback would be if you don't figure that portion of it out.
So I agree with you there. And again, Tajay Spears makes a lot of sense. But any young running back, but. The Raiders were 12th last year in scoring. Saints were 22nd, but I mean the Raiders had way
Raiders
better
were what?
weapons. 12th. Saints were 22nd.
Well,
the Raiders averaged 23 a game. Saints averaged 19. But again, Raiders had way better weapons. So like it's whatever. If you really want to go out of your way to just explain away everything and be like, this is why Derek Carr's in a bad spot last year, and this is why he'll be in a better spot this year, and this is why maybe the Saints offense wasn't as dynamic as you wanted last year. The company line that the Saints are seeding out there, it feels like in the universe, and people who are pro Derek Carr, the whispers that they are putting out there is that last year there was kind of a lack of trust in some of the quarterbacks, and so the quarterbacks didn't have a ton of and Andy probably obviously had more of this, I think, than James did, given his more veteran nature. But they're saying that, last year we couldn't do the same thing we did with Breeze, where it was like, oh, we're going to give you 3 plays and we want you to take command, right? We want to have these dot meetings. Those were gone last season. And they believe Derek Carr can be that guy. They're also out here saying that, Josh McDaniel, he wasn't like that. He wanted it all to be very rigid and his way, very structured. And Derek Carr generally thrives when he's empowered to make decisions and put the pieces in place. I don't know if any of that's true. I'm just reporting it because that's what people are talking about.
T-Bob, what if I tell you this? Okay, so Derek Carr, let's go week 14, throws for 137 yards. All right, week 15 throws for 231. Week 16 throws for 174. Gets benched.
Yeah.
They've got to play the San Francisco 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs, a team that won the Super Bowl and a team that was in the NFC Championship game. Jarrett Stidham threw for 365
Let's go, dude.
against the 49ers. He threw for 220 against the Chiefs.
Damn, 365 against the Niners, insane. You're not going to. I mean, last year was bad. I'm done
so I'm
trying
saying
to
like
defend last year.
I'm
I'm
saying
not worried.
for it to be like a only blame Josh McDaniels conversation.
Oh, well, I think that no. I mean, look, I think again, like I said, that is everything I just relayed is grain of salt information because it is all information that covers up all the blemishes of one side while assigning all blame to the other. Right? Any collaborative relationship, the results are a product of the collaboration. So it is both guys. But if I was putting on my lawyer hat and I'm just trying to argue for the side that is saying that it was all Josh McDaniels' fault, I would say that, well, yes, you have a veteran in Derek Carr. Josh McDaniels tried to force him into situations that he was not pleased with. Like I said, he's a control guy, right? Didn't want to empower his client to have that control. He wanted the control, and it's much easier to control a rookie quarterback a la Stidham, where a veteran like Carr, young quarterback like Stidham, whereas a veteran like Carr was struggling to adjust to the tighter yoke of the more rigid McDaniels. Again, I don't know if any of that's true, but I also don't give a damn that Jared Stidham threw for like 365 yards because I don't think Josh McDaniels is good. There's been nothing in Josh McDaniels' head coaching history that should convince me that he's good. He was good with Tom Brady. Great. I don't know. I guess he was pretty good with Mac Jones, actually. There's that.
Kyle Orton had that first year in Denver where he played pretty well under Josh McDaniels.
Man, Kyle Orton.
I didn't mean to ask that like Ron Burgundy.
If you can hear us, come say what's up one day.
Yeah, there's a rumor that he lives here.
I know, and I feel bad putting it out there. I'm not trying to dox anyone. I don't know if he did.
Nobody's going to bother him.
It's almost like an urban myth at this point. Since college, I've been hearing that Kyle Orton lives in Baton Rouge.